to our last and final AMA. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be recording this AMA session. So yeah, welcome to our last and final AMA, 1 week before launch. Really glad to have all of you here. So there's gonna be a few key major updates. So let's dive right into it. The first one, the 3 agenda for today is the light paper review. So I know the OGs and the whitelisted people here. I wanted to share the light paper earlier with you guys, but I did not have the time. And we finally wrapped up the light paper today, and really looking forward to share this with you guys in the AMA. Next up on the agenda is launch details, of course. Very important now that we are 1 week away. And we also have some updates on our cool cats. And last but not least, Q&A for any questions relating to the light paper or the launch. So without any further delay, let's go into the first agenda. So yes, the light paper is out. So I will be sharing the link with everyone in the Discord channel in the announcements, and we'll be putting the link in the official link as well. But I just want to take this opportunity to walk through certain key sections of the light paper with everyone because it's quite a comprehensive document, even though it's a light paper. But the more extended version of a white paper will be coming out further down the road. But in this case, we want to focus on our launch and what's coming after the launch with enough information to get you excited and understand what's going to happen with the entire project up until the game release phase. So without further ado, let me share the light paper. So the light paper is on our Y2123 Medium. You can go and Google it later, but for now, just bear with me. Let me walk through with you the key components of the light paper. And I'll be sharing this link in the Discord channel later. So can everyone see my screen? Yes, okay, cool. So what you are seeing here is our light paper. And just to kick things off, what this light paper covers is not just our NFT project, but the extended version of it. And like we have mentioned and teased in our Discord channel, it's actually a collaborative strategy game. I mean, up until so far, we've mainly teased that it's going to be a multiplayer game and all that. But what it really is a collaborative strategy game. So what we are trying to build here is an experimental multiplayer online collaborative strategy game where players race against time to save Earth from climate change. And this game will use utility-focused NFTs and scenario-based gameplay to deliver this game experience for our players. So, there are many on-chain games out there. I'm sure some of you know the Wolf games, the Fox games. But what we are trying to build here is a original gameplay that focuses on collaborative competition rather than on-chain game theory and mechanics and probability. What we are doing here is a collaborative competition for a common goal. And that common goal in the game is to restore balance and rebuild our planet. And that is why, if you see the title of this light paper and our game, it's called Rebuild.Y2123. So the larger goal here is to rebuild the Earth together in the game, and this is going to be collaborative. So let me just jump to the key section. So the story, I think everyone is familiar, but I want to touch on the missions overview. So our gameplay and roadmap is actually very expansive. What you've seen on Discord and what we've teased out so far is really just the tip of the iceberg. So what I'll be covering here is the gameplay in the future phases after mission phase 1. And we'll be starting with mission phase 1, which is the launch of our Genesis Explorer collection. Okay, so rebuilding the planet is an extremely risky and laborious endeavor. However, it can also be highly rewarding for those who work together. And that is why we want to build out the mission in 3 different phases, incorporating as many players as possible in the different phase. So in the phase 1, after selling out our Genesis collection, what we'll be launching is mission phase 1 called Divide and Conquer. So in Divide and Conquer, citizen scientists with your NFTs will come together to form clans by staking your NFTs in a clan. So clan leaders will be randomly appointed with a clan token. So this clan token is a ERC1155 token, and you'll be appointed as a clan leader by random during the minting process. So this clan token is going to be very rare, and what this allows you to do as a clan leader is to step up and coordinate with a clan to take a coordinated and decisive action against other clans. So the goal here as a player is to coordinate as a clan to attack and defend against other clans to earn rewards. So this is the high level idea of mission phase 1, to divide and conquer and explore, go out and really conquer the areas that's lost to climate change. And mission phase 2 would be to reclaim and protect. So in mission phase 2, our world map will be reviewed. So this is going to be an expansive world map. Expansive meaning, it covers all the different areas and continents on Earth. And players can then reclaim land and sea that was once fertile and productive. And when you reclaim this land and sea, of course, there's going to be utility and gameplay on them. And in mission phase 3, this is where you use those land and sea to build ecosystems, rebuild and restore balance to the ecosystems by sequestering carbon. And the goal here is to rebuild complex and delicate ecosystems lost to climate change. And in each of the different future phases, in phase 2 and phase 3, new types of NFTs will be introduced to allow you to reclaim land and sea, to restore balance to the ecosystem, and rebuild complex ecosystems that's lost to climate change. So future NFTs will be launched to further extend the gameplay that we are building up. So the Citizen Scientist and the Genesis Explorer collection is really just the tip of the iceberg here. Cool. And next up, of course, the most important NFT character in our game are the Citizen Scientists. So I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the definition of a citizen scientist, but it's really just ordinary citizens, general members of the public, who collects and analyzes data relating to the natural world, typically as part of a collaborative project with professional scientists. So this spirit is really what we want to encapsulate and bring forth into the game. So citizen scientist NFTs are the key characters in our game, and ownership of at least one NFT is required to access Rebuild Y2123. So you need to have at least one of these NFTs to play the game. So we will be launching our project, as all of you here are very aware, with 500 Genesis Explorers on the December 19th, which we'll share more later. So this is the minting. So some of the staking and claiming mechanisms is something that we've also picked up from other games. So this will be quite similar. So staking, when staking your citizen scientist, you will be given 1 oxygen a day, 1 oxygen tokens a day for your contribution to saving the world. So these oxygen tokens will be our in-game utility token. And you can also, of course, claim those tokens. And when you do so, you will have to pay a 20% tax. But where it's different is, unlike other games where you pay tax to the other types of NFT holders, this tax will be paid to a leading clan. And what is this leading clan? I will share more later. So citizen scientists, when they claim tokens, they will have to pay a 20% tax. And if you are in the leading clan, that tax is collected by you. And if you are in the leading clan and you claim the tokens, the tokens will go to your clan as well. So if you are in the leading clan, this would just essentially means you don't have to pay tax, because even though you pay tax, the tokens go back to your clan and the players inside the clan. I'll touch on this more later. And when you unstake, similar mechanisms to some other games out there, you will have to have at least 2 days worth of tokens, in this case 2 oxygen tokens, and you will have a 50% chance of losing those tokens. So this is some similar game mechanics to other games out there. but we find that these game mechanics are there for a reason and they make sense even in our game as well. But this is the only part where it's similar, and the rest of the other game components that I'll be sharing soon will be very different already. So yeah, I hope you are following so far. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to leave them in the Town Hall chat channel. So next up, clans. So this is going to be something that's absolutely unique to Rebuild Y2123. So clans, there will be 3 clans when a game is released. So like I mentioned earlier, clan leaders are randomly chosen and given a clan token. The clan token can be transferred to a more capable leader at any time because this is a ERC 1155 token. So majority of the players will be citizen scientists. A small, super lucky minority will be clan leaders. So let's start with the majority first. So as a citizen scientist, you can join a clan by staking your NFT. But you have to choose your clan wisely and choose your clan leader even more carefully. Because like I mentioned earlier, joining a clan will give you bountiful rewards if your clan can work very well together. So make sure you join a clan that has great teamwork, and that will give you rewards as a player in that clan. And of course, if your clan isn't working out for you, you can always unstick and join another clan. So yeah, join a clan, choose a clan carefully. And players in the same clan must collaborate and compete with other clans. And the common goal here is to help your own clan achieve financial and future territorial dominance. So the territorial dominance will not come in phase 1 because as you've seen it earlier, the phase 2 and 3 is where you can reclaim land and sea. But in phase 1, you can help your clan to achieve financial dominance. And in future, of course, when we release the other game phases, territorial dominance as well. And that is where it gets really, really exciting. So of course, when you win, you will earn oxygen tokens. So as a clan leader, you play a super critical role because you have to lead your clan by organizing a coordinated decision against other clans. So what is this decision? I'll touch on later in the gameplay. But as a clan leader, you must lead your clan to coordinate and collaborate and compete with other clans. And when your clan wins, you will, and your entire clan, all the players in that clan will earn tokens. And of course, as a clan leader, you will earn Y2123 fame by getting your clan to the top spot on the leaderboard. And when your clan is on the top spot, your clan members will benefit because you will earn these tokens that is taxed from the citizen scientists in other clans when they claim or when they unstick. So if you just scrolling back up again, as I mentioned earlier, when citizen scientists claim their tokens, they will have to pay a 20% tax to the leading clan. And when you unstick, there's a chance you may lose all your oxygen tokens. There's a 50% chance where you may lose your oxygen tokens to the leading clan. So the leading clan will earn bountiful token rewards. And of course, how is this fair? If this is on your mind right now, don't worry, I'll cover that next in the gameplay. But my last point here is really to emphasize that clans must work together to compete with other clans, and if you work together well, you will earn more tokens. And we believe the key is to have a strong clan leader, but we never know, and that is why this is an experimental game theory that is super fun and super unique to Y2123. So now let me dive into more of the gameplay. So gameplay, as I mentioned earlier, is broken up into 3 phases. The first phase of mission phase 1 is called Divide and Conquer. So a short quote here is, those who conquer together stick together. So this will be our first release, and Divide and Conquer will be a decision-based game where each player's decision is synchronously executed at the same time. Okay, so this means as a player, you will be given a time window to make those decisions before the execution happens. Meaning, as a player, you'll be given, for example, 1 day to decide what is your move, and after 1 day, on the 24th hour mark, every player's decision will be aggregated, summed up, and executed as a clan. So every individual player's decision will be summed up as a clan, and the clan will use that aggregated decision to compete with other clans. Okay, I hope that is a clear enough explanation, but otherwise feel free to ask me questions and ask me to repeat even in the town hall chat, and we can go over that in the Q&A later. Okay, so this means, just to elaborate a bit more, this means at the start of every game, every player is given a limited time window to make their decision. And when the time window ends, decisions for every player in the clan are aggregated and executed synchronously against other clans. The results of these decisions will be tallied, and the winning clan will emerge, right? Because we will know which clan has won based on the results of those decisions. And the game will then repeat itself for another cycle. So how long is this cycle? Right now we're thinking it's going to be 3 days. But more details will be revealed as we get closer to the game's release after Genesis Collection is sold out. Okay, so again, just to iterate that the clan leader plays a very important role. The clan leader must organize a clan to make a coordinated decision, and clan members must collaborate with each other and their clan leader for that common goal. Okay, because if the players within the clan do not coordinate and make different decisions, then that clan may not be able to execute efficiently against the other clan. And in this case, your clan will lose. Okay, so more on this information will be revealed in the gameplay document that will be released closer to the game's release date. So what this means is we are able to use a very exciting and original game mechanic that leaves plenty of possible scenarios of possible game theory, and room for things like negotiations, betrayal, and deceit within your clan and with other clans. Okay, so this is something that I hope I've explained clearly enough. If not, I will try to explain more again later. So feel free to ask me any questions. So again, to participate in the game, as I mentioned earlier, you will need at least one citizen scientist staked in a clan with at least 2 days worth of unclaimed tokens, which means 2 oxygen tokens. So yep, that's the key thing for the gameplay, and a detailed document on how to play this game will be released closer to the game's release after Explorer Collection is sold out. Cool. Alright, I see some questions. Okay, so I will answer those later in the Q&A for the white paper. So next up, I will share a bit more on the different types of NFTs in the game. So the first one is, of course, Citizen Scientist, which is the passport to get into the gameplay. So to make sure that our game is inclusive and has longevity, there will be a total of 60,000 Citizen Scientist NFTs minted over 6 batches. And the batch 1 will start from that 500 Genesis Explorer NFT. So these Genesis Explorer NFTs, for all of you here in our whitelist, will be a special collection that has traits only unique to this collection. So this will be batch 1.0. After that, there will be batch 1.1, where we will have the other Pioneer and Genesis, the other Pioneer and Settler NFTs that will be released. So the breakup of that will be a different split, which I will share more later as we get closer to batch 1.1's release. but there is also a certain gameplay in the minting process where you have a certain percentage of getting a pioneer or settler. Yeah, but this will be the subsequent batch in batch 1.1. And following that, there will be 5 other batches of 10,000 NFTs that can only be minted using oxygen tokens. So this is also quite similar to other games, but the reason why we want to do this is because there is an extended roadmap of other NFTs and other gameplays that we'll be introducing. And we do need more players and more unique players in the game for that roadmap and gameplay to happen. So yes, we do need more players, and these further batches of 50,000 other NFTs will allow us to get more players in. So just to re-emphasize some points, okay, so the Genesis Explorer NFTs will have exclusive traits to reward our early supporters, which is all of you here who have dialed in. And Genesis NFT owners will receive future benefits and perks in the game and community. So this is all the NFTs in Generation 1, so including Pioneer and Settlers. But of course, Genesis Explorers will always be close to our hearts because all of you are here when we are small and we are still building out the project. And only Generation 1, which is the Genesis, will be minted with ETH. Future generations will be minted with oxygen tokens or in-game currency. And all generations will include a mix of explorers, pioneers, and settlers. And down the road, we may have special editions with citizen scientists that has male characteristics and other characteristics that we will only review at a later date. So we do have some special designs in our back pocket. So this will be a surprise later. And as always, even in the future generations, explorers will be the rarest. They will be the smallest population of every batch of 10,000 NFTs, followed by pioneers and settlers, which will form the majority of citizen scientists. Okay, so just one final point here, Gen 2 to 6 will be sold in oxygen tokens. So minting, pricing and minting will be announced at a later date. Yeah, and there is also other NFT types, as I mentioned, because there's the mission phase 2, where we have reclaiming of land and sea, and mission phase 3, where we have the restoration of ecosystems. So in mission phase 2, we can expect 30,000 different types of NFTs to be released. So this is NFT type 2. They will not be citizen scientists. So it's a totally different type of NFTs. And in mission phase 3, there will be NFT type 3, where there's a total of 90,000 supply, and NFT type 4, where there's a total of 9,000 supply. So all these will be released at a later date. We do have all this planned out already, but as with all light papers or even white papers, we do want to keep certain things closer to our heart so that we can release these in phases, and we can also leave some time and room to work out the game theory as we roll out the game and the future releases. Yeah, but otherwise, all this is important to share with you now, because then you can know what to expect and know what's the roadmap of the game. And next up is oxygen tokens. So oxygen tokens will be our primary in-game currency, and you will earn oxygen tokens by staking your citizen scientist NFTs. So oxygen tokens will be used for minting future NFT collections, that means from Gen 2 to Gen 6, as well as rewarding winners and our community members. So oxygen tokens will also be used for dev team incentives, marketing, and future fundraising. Yep. And one last final note. So this play to earn game is something that we have always kept in our notebook and something that we have always planned. Just that because of the scenarios, we at some point we decided to focus on our profile pic collection first, which is the citizen scientist NFTs, and played less emphasis on the play to earn and game aspect of the project. But now I think this is the right time to bring this up and launch this Mission Phase 1 game shortly after the Genesis collection is sold out. So the plan is to sell out the Genesis collection and quickly launch the game as soon as possible. So yeah, very happy to finally share this light paper with all of you. And yeah, let me know if there's any questions or if there's any parts that is unclear. Happy to repeat them and dive into a bit more detail. Cool. Okay, so I will go into the Town Hall chat now. Okay, so yes, Archivist Clan Leader NFT, please. Yes, this will be at random. So let's hopefully there will be 3 lucky winners in the first 500 NFT release. Okay, let me just scroll this up to the top. Okay, and the game, question from Luis. The game will be available on computer as download or online. So it'll be online, it'll be a browser-based game. And Service has a question. What's the maximum supply of oxygen tokens? So this one we will review at a later date. But we do have a total supply of oxygen tokens capped already. And right now we are still working out the mechanics of the tokenomics of the other breakdown between Hello. I think I got cut off for a while.
Yeah, you were cut off. You need to try to share your screen again.
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, you're back online.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Okay, yep, I hope I answered all the questions so far regarding the white paper. Yes, there are a couple of questions relating to the project and the mint. So we can cover them in the next agenda. But are there any questions about the white papers, the light paper so far? Feel free to ask them here. Otherwise, after the AMA, I'll definitely post the link in the announcements channel and the official links channel. So feel free to take a look at them and dive into more detail. And of course, share your questions in the chat. Any member of our team will be happy to answer you. Okay, so Luis, the game is going to be online, browser-based, because we need to connect these to the blockchain. And if we can only mint one Genesis, how can we trade them without losing our spot? So yeah, great question. So after the Genesis collection, which is a very limited 500, the Pioneers and Settlers will be rolled out. And that will be a total of 9,005. And there's a chance to mint that, and we are still working out some ideas to benefit the community, so more info will be revealed, but I don't want to overpromise yet. But of course, we also want to potentially explore an option where those who mint the first 500, the Genesis, may be added to a whitelist or to get some further benefits in the Pioneers and Settlers collection. So we are still working this out. Don't take my words for it yet, but we definitely want to explore how we can better benefit our community who supported us for the first 500. And yeah, your question, are the OG raffle, from the OG raffle, are those going to be part of the first 500? Yes, the OG raffle will be from that 500. So yeah, the OGs here have a very high chance of winning one of the very exclusive 500 NFTs. Okay. So speaks. Yeah, why are you not OJ? So this one I'll leave it to later to answer. But otherwise, any other questions regarding the light paper? If not, we can answer the rest of the questions in the Mint agenda, the launch agenda, or the Q&A at the end. So Louis, will it be for sale or for exclusive? The NFTs, once it's raffled and you stand a chance to win the free the free Mint NFT, you can do whatever you want with it. But of course, we hope that you can stake it and earn oxygen tokens. And what can you do with the white paper? So do read it, give us your feedback. We would love to have your feedback about the NFTs, the game, and if you have any feedback on how to make it better or how you can participate and collaborate with us to work out some parts of the project, that would be even more awesome. So as we flesh this out and roll this out, we will also find opportunities for the community to get involved and work with us to develop some parts of the project. Okay. Will there be a link to the white paper? Yes, there will be a link to the white paper. So I'll post this white paper link immediately after the AMA in the official links and the announcements channel. Cool. So otherwise, okay, last one from Louis, oxygen tokens. Okay, so oxygen token will be given to players when you stake your NFT. So once you stake your NFT, you will earn 1 oxygen token a day, and this would be issued by the team. And from there, how you can use this oxygen token to trade and all that, this one will be a separate topic where you need to use a DEX and there'll be a certain liquidity pool and all that. So I'll leave that for a separate day to go into this. But oxygen tokens will be given to you when you stake. By stake, you mean not selling it? Yes, you have to stake your NFT in the game. Okay, so last one. If not, we won't have time to cover the rest. Archivers, can the clan leader kick non-supportive members? Right now, no. We are exploring this, so we'll see what happens and how the game plays out before exploring this option. Cool. Okay, otherwise, thanks everyone for your time. Again, I'll leave this link in the official links channel. So do take a look at the white paper and leave the team any questions or give us any feedback in the chat. Cool. All right, let me go back to our deck. Next up on the agenda, launch details and cool cats. Okay, Shankar, you wanna take this?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Kate. Very, very exciting presentation of the light paper. All right, so now let's talk about the core business, which is the minting date. All right, so the minting date will be on 19 December. No changes to that. It will be at 11 a.m. EST. And if you're in UTC time zone, it will be 3 p.m. And the price will be 0.063 ETH. So also no changes to the price. And this mint will be a very limited edition of 500 Genesis. And there will be only 450 spots for the whitelist. And this is because 50 will be reserved for the team, for marketing, and for other activities. And so that leaves us with only 450 NFTs for the whitelist. And for the whitelist, every person who are whitelisted will be able to only mint 1 NFT. So you can't mint more than 1 NFT. Yep. So those who manage to get into the whitelist, rest assured that you have a spot reserved for you, and so we will give you a time frame, and you will come in and mint within that time frame. And if you don't mint within that time frame, then your spots will be given to others in the waiting list. And so that's why it's very important to be alert. So guys, 19 December, 11 a.m. EST, don't forget, very important. Mark your calendar. Yep, cool. All right. So that's about the mint open date time. I'll pass it back to Keith.
Awesome. Thanks, Shankar. So yeah, any questions about the mint date and time? Do feel free to ask us in the channel as well. But otherwise, the next agenda that's quite important to share with everyone here is about our cool cats. So you know a bit about the cool cats. I think everyone here can see that we have a cool cat in our DAO vault, and we actually had this cool cat for a few weeks now, and we bought it at a time where you know it was a very good a good time to get into some of these blue chip NFTs. But I think more importantly, it's about why we bought it. So when we bought Cool Cats, we were actually trying to figure out what is the best way to give value to our community. And we've looked at other projects and we've seen that, hey, some of them are doing a DAO and they are fractionalizing blue chip NFTs. And this is something that we thought, hey, it's pretty cool if we can do this for our community as well. But as we started, you know, developing our game in more detail and getting ready for the launch, we realized having a fractionalized NFT is a very different project altogether. And you know, projects that do that actually focus purely on buying blue chip NFTs and invest as an investment and fractionalizing it. And for us to do both blue chip NFTs investment and game is really just not sustainable, and we are also not attracting the right buyers and audience and community as well, because there are two very different kind of community. One is fractionalizing blue chip, which is investment focused, and the other one is game, which is, you know, game or play to earn focus. So we are really on a path of building out our game, which is, you know, like I mentioned earlier, has always been part of our DNA from day one. We just have not prioritized the messaging and the you know the focus of it so much, and we put more emphasis on the citizen scientist NFTs. So right now we feel that this is the right time to bring up the game and launch the game shortly after the Genesis collection is launched, and therefore it is really not sustainable or not the right decision to keep hold of our Cool Cats NFTs anymore. And therefore, the short message here is we have decided to sell the Cool Cats NFT, and as of just a few hours ago, we have successfully sold it. So this is, I think, awesome news, because end of the day, what the Cool Cats represent is the team's commitment to the community and the project. The very reason why we bought it in the first place is to let everyone know, hey, we are here to deliver value to the community. And therefore, now that we've sold it and we have earned a bit of a profit, what we are going to do is to use this money to put into our marketing efforts. So like I mentioned a couple of times already, we have been planning a marketing launch, and we are just holding back on some of these executions because we want this light paper and the game to be out. So now that it's out today, you know, we're going to go full steam ahead in the last 7 days before our mint day. So this is something that you know, you can expect to see in the next 7 days of our channel. So if you're here early, you are, you know, confident and a believer in the project, do welcome the new members, do help us to say hi, share with them what this game and this community is all about. Share some good vibes with everyone that's new, that's coming in. So this is what we'll do with the money after selling the Cool Cats. And you know, it's a sad day in a way, but I guess it's going to give us much more focus, and now we have more marketing budget to do this. So yep. Cool, so that's all about the Cool Cats. I think next up we can go to Q&A. But before we go into Q&A, I've already seen some questions inside the channel. I actually have one very special announcement to make. And that is, we have found our next Super OG. Does everyone want to make a guess who is it? Any takers? Feel free to type it in the channel. Yep, Akivas. That is always a good one. All right, okay. I shall not keep the suspense any longer. No, Runin is really a super OG. So, our new super OG is, yes, drum roll, Service. Congratulations, Service. I mean, I hope to learn your real name someday, but otherwise, right now, Service will do. Congrats. You have been, an awesome member of the community. You have always been, high energy, welcoming people, talking in the different channels. So, congrats. Welcome to the Super OG Club. We will be adding you to the channel, but most importantly, you'll be getting a free mint. Congrats and welcome to the Super OG family. So again, I think we have one final Super OG spot. So yes, we are still all on the lookout for the final Super OG, at least for the first 500 NFTs. So yeah, do ping Service, ask him how he did it, what's their secret sauce. But I think there's no real secret. It's really just being an awesome member and sharing good energy and vibes in the channel, and that is the way to become a Super OG. So congrats again, and that is my last final announcement, and a very happy one. All right, okay, now we can go into AMA. So yeah, keep the congrats coming. I'll just quickly scroll up to the chat to make sure that we address some of the questions that was asked. Okay, so starting from the very top, I saw that there are two questions asked before the AMA. So one from PMO. So Shankar, maybe you can take this. The question is, why did you guys decide to make this 555 piece collection instead of the usual 10K? What is the thinking behind it? Shankar,
Yeah,
you want to
I
take
can
this?
take
Okay,
this.
cool.
Yeah, sure. So the reason behind doing only 500 collection is, number one is we want to reward our early supporters. So 500 is a very exclusive and very tied to a special feature and traits they want to reward to our early supporters in this channel and in our project. And the number two reason is because we are embarking on a very experimental game theory here, a very exciting but still experimental game theory. So we would like to make sure there's not too many players coming in and sort of making the system too complicated. So we decided a 500 start will be a very good start for the game to kick off. So yeah, so these are the two main reasons, and I'm sure that we made the right decision.
Cool. Thanks, Shankar. Yeah, I think 500 is really something that is good for us to launch with our community as well. So we also want to be realistic, and this is something that we are confident that will benefit the project and the community in both short term and long term. Cool. Next question from TVNOY1718. The question is, does this mean there will be donations to well-known environmental groups? Yes. So one thing that has always been in our DNA again is this link to conservation and environmental groups, and we take this very seriously. So as you all, maybe if you have seen the website already, we have already shortlisted 3 non-profits. And we also have a scientist advisor on board who has been featured on Vice News. Her name is Dr. Neo, based in Singapore. And so what we'll do is when we have the funding from the game, which is from the oxygen tokens, we will be allocating some parts of the oxygen tokens to these non-profits. And not only that, actually this is something that I have not covered in the white paper. So listen to this very carefully. I'll update the white paper as well. One secret sauce that is in our game is every one of you as a player who has staked your Y2123 NFT will have the option to donate some of your tokens to the non-profits if you choose to do so. Of course, it's not compulsory, but if you choose to do so, you can have a chance to donate some of your tokens to the non-profits, and this will reduce your tax that you pay to this will reduce the tax you pay when you claim your tokens. And of course, there'll be some of these tokens that the team will be contributing as well. And all these will be passed on to a donation vault where our scientists will help to shortlist different non-profit organizations so that we can choose the right one to donate these funds to. And the goal here of why we are doing this is to make sure that it's sustainable, it's part of a for-profit business model, and we can continuously do so and help non-profits in a long-term sustainable way. So yes, we are still doing this. I will put this somewhere in the white paper and emphasize this more. But otherwise, this is not lost in our plans. We will make sure that we'll do this. Okay. So, okay, let me scroll down to some of the questions. Okay. Okay, there's a question here from Luis. The question is, isn't 0.063 expensive for such a young project? And how are we planning to sell out those 500? So yes, and your last point on publicity. So yes, we will be using these funds from the Cool Cats to further drive up our publicity budget. We have already planned out some campaigns, but we have been holding back because we want to make sure that it has that legs to go far with the light paper. So now that the light paper is out, we will be executing something in the next couple of days quickly. So this will be our plan to sell out. And so far, the whitelisting progress has been very positive as well. And we are pretty confident that selling out will happen. And of course, 0.063 is, I guess, leaning a bit on the higher side. I think most projects are in this range. But actually, if you compare to other on-chain game projects, 0.063 is actually lower than them. Most of them are selling at about 0.69 and or 0.67 thereabouts. So yeah, I think we also want to make sure that this round of sale is an efficient and successful fundraiser for the team, and that we have enough runway to build out the next release of the game. And Bajira, your question is, how many whitelists do we have? So like what Shankar mentioned earlier, we have 500 NFTs, but 50 have been reserved for marketing and giveaways to OGs and all that. So we will have 450 NFTs left, and that means that means 450 whitelists, because every wallet will be eligible for one transaction. If this changes and we decide to increase, we'll let everyone know. But as of now, this is at 450 whitelists. Okay, let me scroll down. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Any other questions that I have missed out from the community, from everyone here? Feel free to post them in the channel and I can answer them. So yeah, I mean, we are at the end of the AMA. I think just nice. So we can have maybe one last question, and it can be about the game or about the mint. So okay, how many whitelist spots are taken? So yes, this one we are not announcing, but we do have reserved some whitelist spots for the marketing push, because we have lined up again some campaigns with some prominent YouTubers and influencers. So, but yeah, we do have that flexibility to adjust this. But otherwise, we will make sure as much as possible, not as much as possible, sorry, I'll take that back. We'll make sure that everyone on the whitelist will have a chance to mint. That is our our responsibility and as our promise to the community. If you're on the whitelist, you will have a chance to mint. So we will try our best to make sure that that happens. Yeah, and we have reserved some for the marketing efforts. If something happens there, we will make any we will have the room to make adjustments and announce this with the community. So Akivas, great question. How to be a whitelist? So yeah, you can join the whitelist by taking part in the games next week and be active in the community. I think there is a channel called How to Whitelist in the Hello and Welcome section. Yep, thanks DF. So yeah, do check out that channel and the instructions are there. Yeah, and then once you win some of the games or the criteria there, you'll be given a whitelist role. And I think last but not least, to wrap things up, just be aware that as we get closer to mint, more scammers will come. And I already announced in the channel earlier this week, earlier yesterday, or is it today, that we actually spotted fake OpenSea accounts selling our NFTs, which is obviously not from us. So I think people have come into the channel, downloaded the NFTs and put it up on OpenSea. So be very careful. Make sure that you only use official links. And closer to mint date, we will of course clean up the channel and make sure that it's more streamlined and focused. And the next week going forward, no team members from the Y2123 will DM you. So if there's anything that you need help on, please ping us on the main chat and you should DM us. So anybody that DMs you, please treat it as a scammer. So of course, all these will be re-emphasized again and again in our main channel. But just want to make sure that everybody here is aware there are already scammers out there trying to sell fake Y2123 NFTs, and I think more will come. So just be very mindful and careful in the last couple of days going towards launch, and of course even after launch as well. Yep. Cool. Otherwise, thanks for a very awesome town hall. Let me see if there's any last question. Okay, cool. Yep, we will definitely report the fake OpenSea account. That's underway already. And yes, any other questions, do feel free to ping us in the main chat channel. Please do give us some feedback on the game. If you have any ideas on how to make it even better, do let us know. And yeah, see you on mint day, and please help us to welcome new members that will likely come in the next couple of days as we aggressively ramp up our marketing. All right, any last call outs from the team? Have I missed anything? Citizen S, Citizen R.
No, all good, bro.
Oh, I realized there's one question. When will be the OG raffle, right? So, Luis, OG raffle will be a couple of days before mint, of course. I think we will announce that final date. Yeah, we'll announce that OG raffle date and share it with the community. Thanks for asking. Sorry for ignoring you. I missed that question. All right, thanks for all the questions. Check out the light paper, and yeah, look forward to see all of you on mint day. Thanks everyone. Have a good evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are.
All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for coming for this AMA. Have a good day.
Yep, thanks everyone, and thanks team for helping this. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Everyone who joined.
Bye.
See you when I see you.
Bye bye.
Yep, see you.